and welcome to this session of PIB revision quiz. I am Ritu Patra. In this session, I will bring to you objective questions on daily basis that will help you to clear UPSC Prelims 2021. So let's begin with the session. First question, which of the following objectives given below are included under corporate social responsibility policy? Statement 1, promotion of education. Statement 2, promotion of gender equality. And statement 3, combating HIV, AIDS and other diseases. Statement 4, research and development of new vaccines and drugs. Select the correct answer using the code below. Option A, 1 and 2 only. Option B, 3 and 4 only. Option C, 1, 2 and 3. And option D, 1, 2, 3 and 4 all. So here the correct answer will option D, that is all are correct. Let's see the explanation. Recently, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs released the company's Corporate Social Responsibility Policy Rules 2020, amending the company's Corporate Social Responsibility Policy Rules 2014. As per 2014 rules, Corporate Social Responsibility Policy refers to programs undertaken by companies related to a specific list of activities outside the normal course of business. Some activities which may be included under CSR are promotion of education, promotion of gender equality, and combating HIV, AIDS and other diseases. The 2020 rules amend the coverage of CSR policy to include research and development of new vaccines, drugs and medical devices undertaken in the normal course of business. Hence, option D is correct, because now the field which are covered by this CSR, they are promotion of education, promotion of gender equality, combating HIV, AIDS and other diseases, research and development of new vaccines, drugs and medical devices. Okay, so let's see the next question. With reference to Unique Identification Authority of India, UDI, consider the following statement. Statement 1, UDI, an authority created through the executive resolution. Statement 2, Aadhaar mandated to assign a 12-digit unique identification number to all the residents of India. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here the correct answer will option B, 2 only. Statement 1 is incorrect. So let's see the explanation. The Unique Identification Authority of India is a statutory authority body constituted through an act, not by executive resolution, established on 12th July 2016 by the Government of India under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, following the provision of the Aadhaar Act 2016. Hence, statement 1 is not correct, because here it created by an executive resolution, whereas it is created by a statutory authority. Okay. So next, the UDI was initially set up by the Government of India in January 2009 as an attached office under the aegis of the Planning Commission. The UDI mandated to assign a 12-digit unique identification number to all the residents of India. This one is correct. That's why option 2 is correct here. Then let's see the next question. Which of the following is or are correct regarding Nai Rasni scheme? Statement 1. The scheme aims at providing minority women with the tools for interacting with government systems, bank and intermediaries. And statement 2. It has been launched by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Which of the following statement given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here the correct answer will 1 only, because the scheme aims at providing minority women with the tools of interacting the government system, banks and intermediaries. This one is correct, but it has been launched by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This is incorrect. Let's see the explanation. The Nai Rasni scheme for the leadership development of minority women, which was launched in 2012. The scheme was aimed at providing minority women with the tools of interacting with the government systems, banks and intermediaries. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Then the scheme has been launched by the Ministry of Minority Affairs. So, statement 2 is incorrect. Recently, the ministry has notified that beneficiaries must furnish proof of possession of an Aadhaar number to receive benefits under the scheme. So for this scheme, possession of an Aadhaar number is compulsory now. Then let's see the next question. Regarding the GST Council, consider the following statement. Statement 1. The GST Council is a statutory body. Statement 2. It makes recommendation on issues related to the goods and service tax. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here the GST Council is not a statutory body. So option 1 is incorrect. And it makes recommendation on issues related to the goods and service tax. This one is correct. So the right answer is option 2 only. Let's see the explanation. The GST Council is a constitutional body chaired by the Union Finance Minister and comprises the Minister of State for Finance, Revenue and Finance Ministers of all states. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. It makes recommendation on all important issues related to the goods and service tax. So, statement 2 is correct. Let's see the next question. With reference to National Strategy for Financial Education, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The strategy has been jointly received by the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Human Resource Development. Statement 2. It focuses on adopting a community-led approach to disseminating financial literacy. Which of the following statement given above is or are correct? Here, statement 1. The strategy is jointly released by the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Human Resource. This is incorrect. And statement 2. It focuses on adopting a community-led approach to disseminating financial literacy. This one is correct. So the correct option will option B, that is 2 only. Let's see the explanation. The Reserve Bank of India has released the National Strategy for Financial Education 2020 to 2025 document for creating financially aware and empowered India. It is the second NSFE, the first one being released in 2013. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. NSFE seeks to achieve its objective through a focus on developing financial literacy, contents for school, colleges, training establishment, developing capacity of financial service providers, adopting a community-led approach to disseminating financial literacy, using technology and mass media communication to disseminate financial education messages, and collaboration among stakeholders to create a digital repository of all financial literacy programs and integrate financial literacy in training programs. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statement regarding National Digital Health Mission NDHM. Statement 1. It aims to digitalize health record and maintain registries for healthcare professionals and health facilities. Statement 2. It is implemented by National Health Authority NHA under the supervision of Niti Aayog. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. And option D, neither 1 nor 2. So here the correct option is, it aims to digitalize health record and maintain registries for healthcare professional and health facilities. This one is correct. It implemented by National Health Authority under the supervision of Niti. This one is incorrect. So the right answer will option A, that is 1 only. Let's see the explanation. The Prime Minister of India announced the launch of National Digital Health Mission on 74th Independence Day. The NDHM aims to digitalize health record and maintain registries for healthcare professionals and health facilities. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Then the NDHM is a complete digital health ecosystem. The digital platform will be launched with 4 key features: Health ID, personal health records, DigiDoctor, and health facility registry. The NDHM is implemented by the National Health Authority under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, not under the Niti Aayog. Okay? The National Health Authority is also the implementing agency for Ayushman Bharat also. So, the statement 2 is incorrect because here it is not Niti Aayog, it's under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay? So, let's see the next question. Which of the following is not correct about the recently passed Transgender Person Protection of Rights Act 2019? Statement A. Option A. It seeks to establish National Council for Transgender Person. Option B. The Act does not define a transgender person. Option C. Transgender person shall have the right to self-perceived gender identity. Option D. Offences against transgender person will attract imprisonment between 6 months and 2 years in addition to a fine. So here the correct option is option B. The Act does not define a transgender person. Let's see the explanation. Feature of Transgender Person Protection of Rights Act 2019 seeks to establish National Council for Transgender Persons. Definition of a transgender person. The Act defines a transgender person as one whose gender does not match the gender assigned at birth. It includes trans men and trans women, persons with intersex variations, gender queerer, and persons with socio-cultural identities such as Skinner and Hijra. Certificate of identity. The Act states that a transgender person shall have the right to self-perceived gender identity. A certificate of identity can be obtained at the district magistrate's office, and revised certificate is to be obtained if sex is changed. The Act has a provision that provides transgender the right of residence with parents and immediate family member. Prohibition against discrimination. The Act prohibits discrimination against a transgender person in various sectors such as education, employment, and healthcare, etc. And punishment. It states that the offences against transgender person will attract imprisonment between 6 months and 2 years in addition to a fine. Okay, that's why option B is correct. That's all for this session. We will come back with another session tomorrow. So please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Easy Education, and press the bell icon also, like and comment. Thanks for watching the video.